Hello and welcome back to Train Sim World 2. Do I have my rear lights on? I have no idea. I need to work out if the rear lights are on. Because I really do not know. What I do know is that there we go. That's off, that's on, there. That needs to be, there we go. Right, so what I do know is that we are headed back. So I'm going to be turning this back to Queen's Park because we are headed all the way back to the opposite side. Continuing on from the last video, look at that, empty train, hopefully all the way through, nice and empty. So did you not hear at the end of the last video I said all change please? And what is wrong with you people? You look like the driver from Train Sim World 1. You should be leaning against it. You shouldn't even be on this train. Everybody's avoiding my gaze. You can see that. Look, nobody's looking at me directly. Oh yeah, we know we shouldn't be here. Okay, so something else for the developers. When we are going into a shunting situation where we're changing the direction of the train, everybody needs to be off the train. This 1972 stock does look really quite nice. It has been refurbed, as you can see. It does look lovely. And we have to go through the entire train. We have to go through this one as well. So we've got two trains connected to one. More people in these carriages who should not be here. Well, anyway, in this video, I'm going to be continuing with the return journey from Harrow all the way back to Queen's Park, seeing what we have, and on top of that, I'm obviously going to be doing the announcements because the Annunciator does not work. Just as a quick reminder, we do have, there we go, I do have an early copy, so make sure that if you are looking at this and things are slightly different, it is because I have an early copy of this. So that is why I'm recording this a little bit earlier than normal. That and that. Is that correct? I need to check this now. 8. That's headlights on. Headlights are on. On the back, I should have tail lights on. Please tell me the tail lights are now on. Yes, they are. There we go. Why I've got 3 on, I have no idea, but I'm going to leave 3 on. There we go. Right, let's go ahead and get ourselves underway. So make sure you stay tuned for the next section. Come on, there we go. For the next section, which is the return journey from Harrow back to Queen's Park. Right, we're already 3 minutes late due to having to go through the entire train and set it up, but that is okay. Just going to potter out of here at about 10 miles per hour and stop at Harrow. Make sure I get this correct though. So I'm going to be doing the announcements all the way back to Queen's Park, which do I do it at Harrow? I'm not going to do the change here at Harrow because we're starting here. All those people should not be on the train. That's their own problem. I really like this. This is nice. Look at that. That is very well done. I have to give them props for that. Puts the entire lot in. Kenton, South Kent, all the way. That's really nicely done. Well done. Well done, Train Sim World. Well done, Dovetail, for that. So I'm not cruel. Some people have thought that I tend to slate games unfairly. Not the case. I will slate games when I think they deserve to be criticised, and I do not say slate as such. It's more criticisms, and I will praise games when they get things correct. Destination light, that and that go on. Get back in. Lock the doors. Lock the doors, I said. This is a Bakerloo Line service to Queen's Park. There we go. Oh, I was just going over there to switch on my gauge lights, just in case. And the whistle is great. The whistle is very important, and I know in the original Train Sim world I constantly ripped them for bad sounds, particularly on the HST whistle. Well, this one's correct. Nothing to complain about here. This is a correct whistle. I wonder what it sounds like from outside though. No, that's about right. And the... Okay, so there's the glitch. Dovetail, if you are watching this, there is the glitch. When you go to an outside view and come back in, the rain stops rendering on the screen. That is the glitch. Until I think you get out of your seat and then back into your seat. So the next station we have is Kenton. I'm not going to do the next station is, but for this, because this is my fourth part of my first impressions and the final part of the first impressions in and of themselves, I'm going to sort of summarise everything that I have said in the first four parts. So I have mentioned that I do like the visuals. I think visually it is really nice, but on the flip side of that, I know I'm very, very much aware of the fact that the tubes, the actual tube itself is wrong. The train, not the train, sorry, the actual tunnel is incorrect. The tube tunnels do not have the right design, and I think that is really, really important if you're trying to do London Underground. You've got to have the right design in the tunnels. There's also a few bits where the textures glitch. Do not step out across the yellow line. Stand back, away from the edge of the platform. So that is my criticism. The positive is it looks great. This is Kenton. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This is a Bakerloo Line train to Queen's Park. There you go. I am the announcer. I want the real Annunciator. Lock the doors. Next stop, South Kenton. I should have been there 2 minutes ago. That just shows how behind I am. Another thing with the graphics, just overall, the textures are really good in the train, of course. As I said, the textures are wrong in the tubes themselves. The design is just wrong in the tube itself. I wish there was the West Coast Main Line. I have not seen a single train here yet. Maybe there is, but I have not seen a single train. I would have expected a Pendolino to go roaring past me at the moment. In fact, it could come straight up this way because the track from we're on the down track. We've got an up to the left of us, to the right of us for the tube, and we've got the West Coast up on the left of us. So you'd have a train coming past us about 90 miles per hour, 100 miles per hour, accelerating out of London on the West Coast Main Line. That would have been really cool. And then you've got the slow tracks, the next two up I think are the slows. So you've got tube, West Coast fast, West Coast up fast, West Coast down fast, and then you've got West Coast slow up slow and West Coast down slow. That took a while for me to get right. Let's get on the brakes, slowing down from 45 miles per hour now. See if we can get this slowed down nicely. We can. Very nice. This is South Kenton. I also do not like the camera movement, but I know I can disable that, so I'm not going to really criticise much on that. It would be nice if there was a little bit, but I cannot dial it back. I wish I could dial it back. That would have been quite nice. What is that? Maybe I was supposed to stop there. This is South Kenton. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This is a Bakerloo Line train to Queen's Park. This has got to be good entertainment value. Please tell me this is good entertainment value. Next up, North Wembley. It's a shame we're not going all the way in. I would have done I will continue the announcements. I'll do it on a on a different one. But I will do the announcements all the way through Paddington and Baker Street and Marylebone and Charing Cross, etc. Waterloo's a good one. You've got to mention all sorts of stuff at Waterloo. How many things does Waterloo have? You've got the Jubilee line going through it, the Northern line, you've got the Waterloo and City line, you've got National Rail, and actually, maybe Charing Cross might have more then. No, Charing Cross, I'm not sure. I'll have to, when I get to them, I'll do them and then we'll be able to tell what is what. Obviously, the other thing that we've noticed is the glitch with the rain effects. So there is that. We'll do this. What I will do is, on the North Wembley one, I'm not going to do the announcement. We'll just pop outside and have a quick look at the train from the outside. For North Wembley. Although I suppose I could still do the announcement. I'll stop and then still do the announcement. I'm going to be late as it is, so it does not really matter. This is North Wembley. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This is a Bakerloo Line train to Queen's Park. You can see that is actually really nice. Even the rain on there, the wet effect is quite nicely done overall. I do like that. They have just continued from Trains in World 1, so there isn't much. There isn't much to change. The graphics are very, very similar. Moving on from graphics, we'll go to sound. So we've had our ups and downs on the graphics. On the sounds, sounds-wise, I like the sounds of the tube itself. Those noises. They are very realistic and they are very immersive. Even the sound of the wheels, the bogies pushing against the rail. That is very, very realistic. I'm very impressed with that. What I am very annoyed about are, or I say very annoyed about, I'm mildly curious about the station sounds, because you really need a little bit more ambience there. That the public announcements for the tube stations. That is what tube stations are all about, and very, very much disappointed in the lack of the Annunciator. I mean, it's there. It's right there. I should be able to press the buttons. I should be able to program that in. That is what I should be able to do. I should be able to press a button and have it say all change please. That is the point of it. But I cannot. Which is very, very much a shame. Here we're going to Wembley. Maybe when I come out of the tunnel on the opposite side, it's going to give me the rain back. Oh, more stutters. That's another thing, perhaps graphics-wise, that needs to be taken a look at. Wembley Station looks awesome. It really, really does. No more rain. This is Wembley Central. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Exits here for Wembley Stadium. This is a Bakerloo Line train to Queen's Park. Lock the doors. Look at that. Perfect. It is exactly as the announcement should be. Stonebridge Park next. Not many to go. We just have Stonebridge Park, Harleston, Willesden Junction, Kensal Green, and then back into Queen's Park, where we will end. So sounds wise, we've gone through the positives and the negatives. I really like the sounds of the tube itself. Very, very immersive. The whistle is great, and that is really important, having the correct whistle. Very, very important, as we're going to now dip below the West Coast Main Line and pop up on the opposite side. But the lack of the Annunciator and the ambience in the actual tube station itself, disappointing. So there we go. We've got the two right there. Hello, fellow tube driver. In terms of physics, I think the downhill feels a little bit fast. I have to admit, the downhill does feel a little bit fast, but I feel like the gravity just pushes the train too quickly. There's no resistance in the motors, and I think there should be a resistance. So maybe that is something to look into. Aside from that, the power seems okay, the brake seems okay. I cannot actually comment on exactly how pitch perfectly accurate they are. The way I would have to do that is I would have to slam on the brakes and then measure it and then check it against an actual 1972 stock train on the Bakerloo Line in the same conditions and compare it like that. But it is not terrible. That is the main part. It doesn't seem obviously wrong. It's, in fact, I say this is not terrible. It is very good. So that's a really good thing. So this is Stonebridge Park, I think. I think at Stonebridge Park there is no change for anything. It's just Stonebridge Park. Sorry, Stonebridge Park, you're not all too important, it seems. Shall we be stopping at this end? I do not know. This is Stonebridge Park. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Oh, I should be at the end. Well, you people cannot get off. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, I really need to be going to the end of the platforms. I'll remember that for the next one. Next one. Harleston. Say Harleston. Right. Let's continue accelerating. There we go. .30 miles per hour. Again, this looks really nice from the outside. It does look very much like London. I'm not disappointed in this at all. Is that a football field? Little football field? No, it's just a park. Oh no, there is something there. Five-a-side, maybe? No, it is a full football pitch. Okay, fine. I wonder what that's. Is it a training ground for anyone, or I wonder what would happen if I pull the emergency stop. I'm not going to do that. Coming in at 40 miles per hour here. Not going to bother accelerating further. There's no point. We are so late as it is. See what happens. Jump on the brakes. Slow it down nice and slowly. More stutters. The stutters are disappointing. Ooh, there goes the voice. The stutters are disappointing, but I think maybe they will probably sort that out with a patch. So I'm not too stay away from the yellow line. I'm not too disappointed in that because obviously it is being worked upon. So I'm not going to knock them for that. That's just silly. I think I'm supposed to stop right there. This is Harleston. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This is a Bakerloo Line service to Queen's Park. Why did I wait so long for that? I was actually going to say Paddington for some reason. I think I'm supposed to stop there so I can look out the window and see those screens. I think that is what I'm supposed to do. So we'll try that at Williston Junction. waiting for trains, just hoping for a train to go past. Right, continuing on. We've got 30 coming up. That's just before Williston Junction anyway, so hit the accelerator like that. Now Williston Junction is the London Overground change, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, another stutter. Those stutters, mildly concerning, but still, they could be worse. So I need to try and stop the train where I am going to be able to see those screens, perhaps right out that window. That is what I'm trying to do. So let's see what happens. No, a little bit further forward. There we go. I think that is correct. This is Williston Junction. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. Change here for London Overground. This is a Bakerloo Line service to Queen's Park. There we go. Again, look, Trains and World, this is what you need in there. It just adds that, little bit. Sure, it's not as entertaining as me bodging each one up, but it is proper. It is something you need on the London Underground. I should say this is a London Underground service. Why you can see rain falling, see the sky, and see some sunlight and clouds is confusing and beyond my understanding. Because, you know, just London Underground, but we're overground. For this entire run, we've been overground. We've certainly been overground for this entire run. Next up is Kensal Green, and then not Maida Vale, Queen's Park. Maida Vale's on the opposite side of Queen's Park, after Kilburn Park, I think. How far away is it? 0.6 of a mile. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this video. If you are, make sure you do hit the like button. Hey, add it to favourites, I don't know. I'm not sure if I can see those on the stats. Really have to check. I like the graffiti there. That is nice. So we've been through the sounds, we've been through the physics, we've been through the... I'm speeding. We've been through the sounds, we've been through the physics, we've been through the graphics. Overall, Train Sim World 2 is an improvement over the first. It's certainly an improvement over the first, but there are things that I've seen on this Bakerloo line. Oh, the other thing is the interface. The interface is really nice. It is very, very much improved from the first. I really like... Did not mean to switch that on. That's the one I went to press. I very, very much like the new interface. And if this changes for the others, I'm not sure, but if it changes, I am quite impressed with it. What I really would like to see is an improvement in the tunnels. The tunnels are just wrong. Please change them, make them as they're supposed to be, and you're going to have a really good representation of the Bakerloo line. And in addition to that, get the Annunciator. We must have the Annunciator. That is so very important. I think these are... Oh, that's I thought that was something else. I thought that was a fast train. I'm sure those are cameras. This is Kensal Green. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. This is a Bakerloo Line service to Queen's Park. There you go. And the last stop is where we are headed, Queen's Park. And we should have been there 3 minutes ago. Ooh. Will slip. 0.8 of a mile. And we do have a 15 mile per hour coming up, so it's going through that little inspection pit area. where we started in the, I think the first part of the first part of this first impression / review. There was that part. That is, I think that is what we need to go through as we come into Queen's Park. And then from Queen's Park you dive down into the tube itself, go actually use this deep level train, and they'll be heading in all the way into central London. See these different colours, these red ones, these blue ones, all of this needs to be in the inside the tunnels, and yellow ones. You need to have them in the tunnels. Right, I'm going to hit the brakes now, slow it down to 15 as we prepare to go into the tunnels, and I'm hoping I've got this timed up almost perfectly. Let's see. There's 50 yards. That is not bad. I'm getting used to this train. I am getting used to this train. So here we go. Into under here. I think these are inspection pits. There is a the dead zone. What do they call this game? Section. What do they call it? Something section. Oh, I've forgotten what they've called it. It was on there. It was written on there. And we will pull into Queen's Park. So we're just going to stop it in Queen's Park, and I think that is the end of this particular run, and then that would be the end of this particular video. Slow it down, get to the end of the platform, and then do the whole all change please thing. This is Queen's Park, where this train terminates. All change please. Change here for London Overground services. Please ensure that you have all your belongings with you when you leave the train. All change please. This train terminates here. There you go. Done. I think, was it London Overground here at Queen's Park? I think so. I think it is London Overground. I said that and then my brain went, wait, is it London Overground? I think it is. Let's see how we performed on this run. Sure. That is how we performed on the run. Lovely. Gives me some levels. A lot of levels. No medal. Oh well. Well, that is where I'm going to end it. Hopefully you guys have had a good look at Train Sim World 2 over the past few videos. I am going to continue playing this simply because I want to do some more on the Bakerloo Line until I get bored of it. So make sure you stay tuned for more Bakerloo Line action, and hopefully the developers at Train Sim World, who once again I do have to thank Dovetail for giving me a copy to review or to have a look at. I hope that my criticisms have been taken on board and the praise has also been taken on board, because where you've done a good job, you've certainly done a good job, and where you have not done such a good job, I certainly hope, and I know you're capable of improving, so I do hope that you manage to do that. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Train Sim World 2. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think of the videos, my announcements, and also if you've picked up Train Sim World 2, what do you think of Train Sim World 2? If you can afford to do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon. That's www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. And also, you can find me on social media at ecgadgetlp for both Twitter and Instagram. That is all from me, and I will see you next time in Train Sim World 2.